up? It's the heavy hitter DJ NonStop. This is HHRAPiNFO.com. Welcome to Famous Mondays.
Chicago lights, you see it when we riding. Come up in the whip on my side while we drive.
Chicago hip hop to me is still untapped because there's a lot of raw motherfuckers out there that haven't had an opportunity to shine yet. And it goes back to our earlier conversation about hate. Everybody wants to run alone. Even when you get a group of people to work together, they always find a way to let their ego get in the way. Be it cheerleaders, yes men, somehow, some way, there's always some type of conflict that separates everybody. And that's gonna change. But it might not change. The route that I'm gonna go on with the mixtape game right now, you know, partnering up with Mike Famous and getting this these unsigned artists that need that need some shine, you know, that's gonna change a lot of things because we're not gonna accept beefs.
You see us rolling, making all of them bodies banging. The Chicago lights, you see it when we riding. Come up in the whip on my side while we driving.
I'm trying to build my legacy now by helping other people. Everything I've done to this point has been great for me, but now I want to do something for somebody else. You know, I'm not handling beefs. I'm gonna give opportunity. And if your beef is so great that you refuse to be part of the opportunity, then you just fucked yourself. Because in the long run, you're the one that loses out. Swallowing your pride to be somebody you want to be is not a hard thing to ask. And that goes for both sides. Not one over the other. You gotta learn how to swallow your pride. You gotta learn how to let that bullshit. 90% of beef is nonsense anyway. It's half of it is, yo, so-and-so said this. What? Before you even know if it's validated and true, you get pissed off and you want to go fight because you got to show that you ain't gonna take no shit from nobody. Give me a break with that shit, bro. That's the number one reason that people don't get out there and don't get people to hear this shit, because they're out there on some dumbass arguing beef bullshit that don't matter. I say this to the beef heads, the niggas with beef. You ain't big enough to have beef with nobody. You gotta be somebody to have beef. You got to. Jay-Z and Nas had beef and they squashed it. Big and Pac had beef and could have squashed it if it wasn't for what happened to both of them. What I think this mixtape will do for Chicago hip hop, I think it's gonna give a lot of unheard voices the platform to be heard. We're not gonna. I'm gonna make it my business not to put a bunch of artists that everybody knows on this shit that's even local. I want to give some. There's a lot of talented guys out here, a lot of talented females and male MCs and crews that I've heard that never get no love, that I never heard from anybody else but them. And I finally got to go there and listen to some of the shit, and I was blown away. So I think it's gonna allow a non-biased platform. You know, there's a lot of Latin rappers, shit. There's Asian rappers out here. There's a lot of everything, and I want to fucking give everybody a chance. If you know, and again, we're gonna try to control the quality. I really don't want to just put people out because they say they're rappers. I mean, you know that we gotta listen, and I want to make sure song structures and shit like that are right. Because you can't tell me you're a rapper and you don't know nothing about measures and hooks. And you know what I'm saying? You can't. If you can rap, fine. Then you rap. But you're not a rapper or an MC if you don't know how to structure a song yet. You know what I mean? You might not have the equipment to make it quality, but you gotta at least know your measures and you know how songs are formed. And you know what I'm saying? That's 101 in music. I knew that shit listening to Michael Jackson. You feel me? So I want to fuck with people who've been trying for a long time, and just to give them, you know, just put a heavy hitter stamp, DJ NonStop stamp, Mike Famous stamp. Just give them a little extra, you know. Give them make them feel appreciated, because you know I fuck with a crew that gets a lot of love. Heavy hitters are big all over the world, and you know, Enough, the president, he DJ for Biggie. You know, Camilo DJs all over the world. You know, we got the #1 radio stations in almost every city that we have heavy hitters in. In Chicago, we're on 3 out of 4 top stations. There's 4 of us. 2 of us are on the #1 station. So you know what I mean. We got a lot of big shit going on. So I just want to use that stamp. You know, Chicago's my heart, my soul is all, you know, all about this music. So I want to put y'all on, give everybody an opportunity to get somewhere. You know what I mean? If nowhere, show some unity. You know what I'm saying? We all fuck with each other. Maybe the movements, all the movements collectively, you know, this movement pushing your shit because it's on the same mixtape as theirs, and vice versa. Everybody working together, because you could all just be pushing your own shit. I'll be pushing my shit, but I'm gonna be pushing your shit while I'm pushing my shit, and he's gonna be pushing your shit, and you're gonna be pushing his shit. So you know, let's just collectively get together, put out some hot shit that we could all be proud of, and keep it going from there. You know, might get some record deals out this bitch. Might get some, you know, might get some internet sales out this bitch. Y'all might become your own, you know, your own entities off this. So I just want to get the hottest shit together and discover the, you know, the untapped talent in Chicago.
All of them bodies banging, the Chicago lights. You see it when we riding. Climb up in the whip on my side while we driving.